Here with Endicott football head coach Kevin DeWall getting ready for the matchup this weekend against Maine Maritime. First, coach, before we talk about that, just talk about last weekend's game against Salve Regina a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing. We didn't perform as well as we had hoped. Went on the road and played Salve, who is a solid team, and I think we got off to a little bit of a slow start and had some opportunities offensively. 3rd and 2, jump off sides, missed some opportunities, both a field goal and a couple 3rd down, 4th down conversions that would have kept us on the field. And what you do, you unfortunately fall behind, and then we tried climbing out and just didn't have enough time to come back in that one. But a good team. We got to learn from it, and we're going to focus on Maine Maritime this week.
Coach DeWall, just talk about Maine Maritime a little bit. First, specifically with their triple option offense, just haven't really seen that this year, and then go into the defense and special teams.
Yeah, you definitely hit it on the nose. They are very good at running the option. Every year in and year out, great coaching staff has been coaching the option for many years, and they're typically one of the top rushing offenses in the country year in and year out. This year's no different. Starts with their senior quarterback. Anytime you run the option, he's the guy that's going to be the ringleader, and we're going to have to do a very good job. He's their leading rusher, along with a couple of their wings, and they have 4 or 5 guys that they're going to rotate through. But it all starts with stopping the quarterback. And when you do face the triple option, it's going to be much the toughest part for our defense is by not seeing it week in and week out, is trying to mimic the speed that it's going to happen on Saturday. So we've got some things we're focusing. Our defense did a good job last week stopping the run, and we're obviously going to be focused on stopping the run this week. But to do that, you got to be very disciplined, as always, on defense, being gap sound and assignment responsible in your assignments. But to do that at the speed that you're going to face it on Saturday, it's going to be a good test for our defense this week in their preparation.
Coach, just talk about their defense, Maine Maritime, and their special teams units.
Yeah, ironically, they're also somewhat of a unique front. They're a 3-3 stack, 3-5 stack, 3 down linemen, but with the 3 inside linebackers coming from the different angles, it's actually a different front than our offense has seen all year, other than a couple instances. So both sides of the ball will have a unique week in terms of preparing for fronts that they haven't seen, or some looks offensively and defensively that they haven't seen on a regular basis. But that being said, a lot of our schemes apply over to a lot of different fronts, and I think what you'll find is that for us, we're going to need some guys to step up. We lost a couple guys with injuries this week, and I think that'll be our focus more, is finding the right people in the right places. And I know the guys will be excited to come out and compete hard on Saturday.
Coach, does your balanced offense play well into that sort of defense, or how does that work?
Yeah, I think that's one of the natures of what we've tried to really instill in our offense here, is versatility and really having balance. So between the run pass, the multiple looks, we've been using a lot of people. That is for a lot of reasons, to build up experience, but also to build up that versatility, so that when you face different fronts, you're not trying to wholesale change week in and week out. So I do think that a lot of what we have to do is really just execute what we've been doing, and that's been at times when we've been playing very well, we're executing at a high level, and unfortunately a couple times we haven't. It's really not so much on what the opponents have been doing, it's more what we haven't been doing. So as always, we'll focus on executing at a high level. I know the guys are ready to compete, and we'll play hard, and that's all we ask of the guys, and I think we'll be excited for a good opportunity on Saturday.
Coach, last question, just talk about the special teams unit for Maine Maritime. We didn't touch upon that in the last.
Yeah, as always, I mean, I think that they're well coached in all aspects. I think one of the things that we've always tried to do is making sure that we're trying to win that third of the game, and from their offense, is by being such a good run offense, a lot of times they will go for it on 4th down. They're going to try to extend the game that way, and they have some pretty good athletes. There's a lot of, in the 3-5 defense, a lot of good DBs and linebackers, and that's what's covered on most of their coverage teams. So I think they're sound in that aspect, and at the same time, I think we have some guys that hopefully can step up and make some plays, and we'll hopefully win that aspect of the game on Saturday.
All right, thanks and good luck Saturday.
Thank you.